Hey folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Saurabh Pol. Welcome to Polke Bowl. Today I'm going to talk about foreign education for Indian students, especially in the US. Is the dream dead? And I personally will say yes, in a lot of ways. It is not what it once was. If you went to the US 20 years ago to study, it meant more often than not that you are just going to settle over there and never going to come back, right? Except for once a year during Christmas holidays, and you'll just meet everyone, bring Hershey's chocolates, Hershey's kisses, and basically just distribute it amongst your friends and family and stay here for 10 days, say I miss my country and my family, and fuck off back home. And home being the United States, obviously. Because back then, I would say not many people would be going would go to the US from India relative to now. Obviously, the number has skyrocketed, and what happened was due to the IT industry boom that took place in the late 90s and early 2000s, a lot of Indians essentially, especially from the tech sector, went to the US, right? And they realized there are only two ways to go to the US. Number one is you join an IT company and get a project in the US, okay? And वहाँ पे बैठ जाओ जाके, या तो सेल्स करो या फिर वहाँ पे डिलीवरी करो, डिलीवरी मैनेजर, और just become a coder, software engineer and all of that, right? So those were project manager and all. So those were the that was the first way of doing it. The second way of doing it was to actually go there to study, to do a master's. Very few people actually went there for their bachelor's in the US, right? Just 12th standard के बाद जो पढ़ाई होती है, like we live in a country where most people are not even 10 standard pass, right? Like from what I last remember, 70 to 80% of this country has not passed 9 standard, right? So this is the sorry state of affairs we have in our country, where the government and the successive governments over decades have failed to educate our public, essentially, right? They have just straight up failed to educate our people. And primary education is one of our greatest shames that we as Indians live with. But those people who actually can afford, who had the money, middle class, upper middle class, and obviously the rich, they realized, okay, the one way of actually settling in the US, which has always been the best economy to go to from India for many, many, many decades, they realized it was to become a student. And how do you become a student? You go there for your masters. Why? Because आपका graduation India में हो चुका है. You are 21, 22 years old, bare minimum, right? आप You are an adult. Okay, even the parents are like, यार मैं 17 साल की बेटी को मैं यूएस नहीं भेज रहा. Like मौत आ जाए, मैं अपनी बेटी को 17-18 की उम्र में यूएस नहीं भेज रहा. And they were, and even with the boys, right? Like, अरे लड़का वहां जाएगा कुछ खराब करके आ जाएगा. We are not sending a boy over there. So there is that cultural fear is obviously there. Plus they don't trust themselves to be without their kids. They don't trust the kids to be without them, and that's completely understandable. Also, graduation is usually 4 years, right? So 3 years minimum, 4 years होता है. एंड तो उसमें पैसा ज़्यादा जाता है. सो मोस्ट पेरेंट्स आर लाइक, यार वी कांट अफोर्ड दिस, राइट? एंड द लोन इज़ टू हाई, बिकॉज रहने सहने का भी खर्चा होता है वहाँ पे. सो वॉट मेनी पीपल यूज टू डू इज दे वर लाइक कि मास्टर्स के लिए जाएंगे कि बेटा आप यहाँ पे ये कर लो, ग्रेजुएशन वगैरह कर लो, 1-2 साल जॉब कर लो, तब तक यू प्रिपेयर फॉर योर GRE और GMAT. मोस्टली इट वॉज द GRE. एंड आप इंजीनियरिंग करके, बिकॉज दैट्स द ओनली थिंग पीपल इन इंडिया नो हाउ टू, इंजीनियरिंग करके चले जाओ वहाँ पे, MS कर लेना, MS. Very few people actually do MBA over there, by the way, from India. Very few compared to the ones who do MS, which is the chosen degree most people go for, masters, and they do MS in something which they have already specialized in during their engineering, which they did in India. Okay, doesn't matter which college they went to, doesn't matter if they went to IIT Bombay or some highway ka college which gives you an engineering BTech degree or BE degree, right? आपको बस वो डिग्री लेना है, आपको GRE देना है, यू हैव टू स्कोर अ डिसेंट अमाउंट, आपको ये बड़ा बड़ा लोन लेना है, एंड यू टेक इट, एंड देन you just basically go over there and basically just study over there for 2 years. And then you had your OPT period and all, which was like optional practical training, if I'm not wrong. And back in those days, 20-30 years ago, if you went there to study, आपका खर्चा भी निकल जाता था, because you would become a TA, which is teaching assistant, राइट. एंड उसमें स्टाइपेंड मिलता था, एंड उसमें थोड़ा मतलब इट वाज अ डिसेंट जॉब ऑल्सो, यू आर ऑन कैंपस एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, तो आपके खर्चे भी कम होते थे. Correct, you would get paid in dollars, and many people would be like, okay, I'm going to work in a McDonald's nearby, I'm going to work in a Subway nearby, or I'm going to work in the canteen of the college itself, like bahar wo. So you are saving so much money. The college started realizing, bhai, we can actually, instead of paying actual employees, we can actually pay these students only to double up and do it for us. They were also थोड़ा सा शाना. एंड हाँ, पीपल वर लाइक, हाँ हम वहाँ पे भी बैठ के डॉलर शॉलर कमा लेंगे. ठीक है, you do that, you struggle a little bit for 2 years, 3 years, and so on and so forth during your college days, and then you go out there and you search for a job. एंड थोड़ा फाइट वाइट मार के जॉब मिल जाता था थोड़े टाइम में, राइट. मोर ऑफन देन नॉट एवरी वन गॉट अ जॉब, एंड दे वुड वर्क ओवर देयर, एंड देन दे वर सेटल्ड, बिकॉज फिर यू वीज़ा में आ जाओ, H1B आपका लग जाता था, एंड द कंपनी वुड स्पॉन्सर इट, एंड देन इट वॉज डन, राइट. एंड देन इट्स लाइक यू वेट इन दैट प्रोसेस, ग्रीन कार्ड आएगा एंड दिस एंड दैट, वीज़ा चालू है, सिटीजनशिप का एप्लीकेशन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो वो सब चालू रहता है. And most people, from what I understand, never become citizens because there are 25-year wait lines at this point. वहाँ पे citizen बनना is a huge deal, right? That was always a huge deal from what I understand, right? Now, what has happened though is, like all good things in India, it has been ruined because we have failed as a nation to create employment in India. Okay, that's one. We just have across, for the rich, for the middle class, upper middle class, lower classes. So it's a hellhole down there in terms of employment. So what the logical solution is, go abroad, because we have cheap labor, and the reason it's cheap is because it's plenty, right? It's not cheap because we suck. It's cheap because there's so much supply, definitely more than the demand. So instead of paying you 100, I'll pay you 30, and I'll hire 3 of you, right? If at all. Now, these things culminated with so many people going abroad. I remember my friend when he went there 10 years ago, he's like, bro, all the campus jobs are taken, all the nearby McDonald's Subway jobs are taken. हमको और दूर दूर जाके कहीं और किसी फास्ट फूड चेन में जाके काम करना पड़ता है. I know people right now who are taking calls, living in different parts of the world as students, and they're taking calls saying कि हाँ ये order है, because they're working in local Indian restaurants, right? And there's no shame in it, right? Because you're in another country, you're alone, you have to make ends meet. I respect that effort that anyone's putting, right? But I wanted you to know that, it is, even that has become such a difficult thing. And employment in general, employment opportunities in general are drying up over there, even for the people who are born over there, the citizens. आप तो इमिग्रेंट हो, आप वहाँ पे गए, आपने पढ़ाई वढ़ाई किया. I'm not even going to talk about Canada, which is such a horrendous case of, overdoing the visa application thingy that has happened from India. Things are turning to a head over there, because they are not at all happy over there that so many people have been letting. There's a housing crisis over there, because अभी ये तो छोड़ दो कि आपको जॉब तो छोड़ दो, वहाँ पे रेंट पे नहीं मिल रही जगह. Okay, and in the US things are a bit better, but in terms of applying for jobs, 500 600 इंटरव्यू का मतलब, आप एप्लीकेशन करोगे तब जाके आपको 4 या 5 इंटरव्यू कॉल आएंगे, उसमें से 1 या 2 आपका हो जाएगा, इफ एट ऑल you clear it. Okay, the situation is so bad right now. People are waiting for months and months and months to get something, and this is, I'm telling you from my connections that are over there, right? So if you already have a job over there, it's fine, more or less, unless you are laid off, because things are not great in that case also. And because of the uncertainty, economic, on the micro level, on the macro level, what has happened is, on trade level, companies are like, we are not going to hire right now, baba, हम लोग थोड़ा वेट करेगा, हम लोग देखेगा क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है, and then we are going to hire. So if you are a student, that has become a challenge over there, right? Because you want a job after being a student. Most Indians do not want to come back once they are over there. They are like, भाई हमने डॉलर में खर्चे किए, हम रुपीज में कमा लेंगे, वाट लग जाएगा. You get me? So that's the thing, and I just wanted you to show you this, right? There is another thing that has happened. There are visa changes that are in the offing, right? Basically वो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि भाई हम काफ़ी कुछ चेंजेस लाने वाले हैं essentially, and there's a difference between an Indian, student and a Chinese student, because the political climate over there is such that they're welcoming the Chinese students, because Chinese students come here, pay for the tuitions, and they go back to China, most of them. Indian students, they go there, they pay for the tuition, they want to stay over there, and they become competition for the local folks over there. Okay, so there is no incentive to keep you along over there. That is the reality, and it is just downstream from there. There is no incentive, right, for you to be over there for them, right? So here's the thing: the administration proposed a new rule to tighten international student visa norms, including limiting its duration to 4 years. It's said to impact Indian students considering US as a study abroad destination more than their Chinese peers. Right? Indian Chinese लोग से ज़्यादा जाते हैं आज के तारीख में. Over half of the international students studying in the US are from either India or China. While most Indian students studying there are keen to take up jobs in the US, a large chunk of Chinese students want to go back home. See, this is what I was telling you. And Chinese students want to be studying at the absolutely ranked top 100 or so programs, because uske hisab se when they go back to China, they can actually work in the best cities, or they'll have to go to the tier 2 cities over there, and basically that incentive aligns with what the administration wants. Ki yes, you come here, you study, and then you go back to your home. वहाँ पे जाके काम करो, हमारे यहाँ पे काम मत करो ज़्यादा. That is what they are trying to do over here. While the US visa regulations apply equally to all international students, the move to cut visa duration is going to make it less appealing for Indian students. Now, that's the challenge, right? That's the challenge. And there is, as you can see, popular in NRI, यहाँ पे right पे देखो, bottom right पे, Indian students in US struggle due to visa restrictions and job crunch. So yeah, that's the thing, right? So yeah, Chinese students at the undergraduate level, which is undergraduate मतलब अब हमारे यहाँ पे जो graduation बोलते हैं, जो 12th के बाद जो होता है, they have stronger institutional pipelines and family funding which cushions them from immediate job market. मतलब उनके पास पैसा होता है तो उनको टेंशन नहीं है कि जॉब मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. इंडियन लोग का वैसा नहीं होता, राइट? इंडियन लोग का वैसा नहीं होता. वो जाते हैं वहाँ पे, सोचते हैं जॉब मिलेगा तो ही कुछ सही होगा. Correct. Indian students are self-funded master's programs where return on investment heavily depends on post-study work opportunities. Right? Simple. Chinese students dominate in funded PhD and research-heavy STEM programs. Yeah, because वहाँ पे assistantships cover tuition and living costs. Remember I told you about teaching assistantships? So यही है, तो वहाँ पे वो हो जाता है, but the numbers are low over there, right? Indians rely more on OPT, which is optional practical training, जो आपको 12 से 24 महीना मिल जाता है आफ्टर, मतलब बेसिकली ग्रेजुएशन के 1 साल या 2 साल के बाद तक you can stay over there and actually work it out, get a job and get H1B and all. Now the biggest challenge over here, there is a word, it's called H1B. Now it has been incredibly politicized, and it had to happen because Indians don't believe in PR or narratives or counter narratives or anything called as putting forward your own point and making yourself look not as devilish as people are trying to make you look. H1B program is looked down upon in the US. Their voters, basically, they are looking at it and they are saying ki this is cheap foreign labor, cheap white collar foreign labor, which is being imported to displace local jobs. Now, I don't know if that is true or not, but the reality is this is what they feel. Okay. And it is impacting IT companies as well as Indians, obviously, because we constitute majority of the IT companies, and IT companies are not getting the amount of contracts they were once getting. The growth has slowed down big time, not only because of this politicization of the H1B program, but also AI and so on and so forth, right? There are technological headwinds also, as I mentioned, right? Political, technological, economic also. So IT companies का वाट लग गया उसके वजह से, right? And students are getting impacted because of it, because अगर H1B नहीं मिलेगा तो आप graduation के बाद job कैसे करोगे, right? So that's the thing. That is something which people need to remember. So लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं, यूएस छोड़ के हम यूके जर्मनी जाएगा, बिकॉज दे आर इम्प्रूविंग द सपोर्ट फॉर इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स. अभी द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट जॉब्स इन द यूके आर ऑल्सो नॉट दैट प्लेंटी फ्रॉम व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड, right? So there's that. And so the proposed rule is to curb student visa overstay by replacing the flexible duration of stay model with fixed term visas कि आप सिर्फ 4 साल रह सकते हो यहाँ पे essentially. Yeah, so that's the thing. And basically there's an even lesser chance of trying you landing a job over there right now. That's the thing. And as they said, like Indian students seeking postgraduate employment will face a stricter regulatory environment in the US. Yeah, so that's the thing. There is a lack of interview slots which is happening over there, which is causing lots of challenges. Essentially, कि अगर आपको स्टूडेंट वीज़ा भी लेना है, ओके, अगर आपको जाना भी है तो आपको इंटरव्यू स्लॉट 6-6 महीना 9-9 महीना नहीं मिल रहा है. यू गेट मी. दैट इज बिकम अ ह्यूज चैलेंज बिकॉज ये भी बहुत है यार, अपने लोग भी बहुत अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, राइट? अपने लोग भी बहुत अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. So that's the thing. That's the thing. And so yeah, many Indian students pursue masters and PhDs in the US and transition to the H-1B visa system through the OPT program. Yeah. So as I was saying, right, folks. So what I will definitely say over here is, wherever you are going, no one's stopping you, right? The US is still the number one place in the world when it comes to innovation, in my eyes, and I think Indians can contribute a lot over there. बट पहले जो था कि कोई भी उठ के चला गया वहाँ पे जाके जॉब मार लिया बैठ गया वहाँ पे, those days are gone is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to scare you, but definitely go out there and talk to your friends or relatives who are there beforehand and ask them honestly, what is the market looking like over there? What are the sacrifices that I'll have to make? What is the mental prep that I have to do before I go over there, right? So keep that in mind. And I know many people are thinking ki, oh, it's only political. After a few years, this will all change. I don't think so. I personally think there has been a sea change in terms of the way Indians are being perceived abroad, on a social level also. And we haven't done a good job at all of putting forward our own case that, hey, we are a positive addition to your society, which we are. I firmly believe that. And but that's not happening. And as students, you have to be very careful, because अगर आप 22, 23, 24 साल की उम्र में if you take wrong decisions, they stick with you for a long time. Unless your parents have a lot of money, these things, they stick with you for a long time. So just be aware, be careful, and फालतू के लोन शोन लेके जाओगे तुम, लेने के देने पड़ जाएंगे, is all I'm saying, right? Look around what's happening, what's not happening. I know there are not many opportunities in India that you may want to like, that you think you deserve, and so on and so forth. But that is the reality of the market right now, right? So I'll just say that if you know, if you're planning to go abroad, be very careful about it, no doubt about it. किसी का भी सुन वुन के कुछ मत जाना, अच्छे से रिसर्च करके जाना. और अगर इंडिया में हो and you're like, you know what, I'll probably just continue in India. I'm not saying work weekends and all, but I'm just saying that you have to keep training yourself and improving yourself, because that's the only way of doing well over here. Because it's tough, yeah. बहुत बहुत competition है यहाँ पे. But that whole thing कि यहाँ नहीं हुआ तो मैं बाहर चले जाऊँगा, those days are gone. That's my only thing, yeah. So, and if you're going abroad, ensure you go to some of the top colleges. Don't just go there because, okay, you saw some friend on Instagram, यार वो मस्टैंग में सेल्फी ले रहा है, मैं भी जाके करूँगा. Don't be that guy. You'll fuck up your life and your parents' life also, you know, if you don't have the money. पैसा है तो जो करना है करो, पैसे नहीं है तो be very careful. Yeah, लोन वोन लेके जाओगे वो महंगा पड़ेगा आपको. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, plan and do things in life. That's all I'll say. And all the best. You can agree or disagree with me in the comments. Very welcome to interact with you. That was Paul Kibol. Like, comment, subscribe, and please follow me on LinkedIn. Thank you. See ya.